Before we get started with today's interview, just a quick reminder, click the thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and ding the bell so that you don't miss any of the great interviews that we have coming up. Now, on to today's interview. It is my great pleasure today to welcome Keith Snell. Thank you so much for being here today and taking time to talk to us. Welcome, Keith.
Thank you so much. It's really my pleasure. Great to be here, Sam.
I would like to spend a little bit of time talking about your book, which is on the new festival bulletin, the book 3 Sonatinas. So I'd like to move on to talking about the second movement of this Sonatina now. So we have these really lovely long lines, and then they're contrasted by a shorter, much softer descending line. Talk to us a little bit about what we should think about as we're playing this.
Well, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there, is that contrast of the pianissimo. It's, to me, a line like this, it's very introspective. It's very poetic. And I would talk to a student about creating a line that not only sings, but I talk to students about a line that speaks, that says something. And think about what you might be trying to communicate with something like this. And those little pianissimo moments might just be very personal, a little sigh, or something that's just for you, I think that's a good way to look at that. There's some interesting harmonies, maybe some chords that will feel a little less familiar. Measure 7, you've got that F sharp major chord. Moving your hand up to there might feel kind of new, but it's a lovely sound, I think. And then in measure 8, the B major sound there. So those might feel a little bit different than something a student has done before, but I think it's well worth it. And of course, that F sharp major chord is just finding a black key chord. It's moving up to the nearest black keys from the E minor position.
Excellent. Did you face any challenges when you put this movement together?
Yes, I would say the hardest part was figuring out an ending that worked. I knew I wanted to turn we'd already gone up 3 times. And so I knew I wanted something that would go a different direction, following on through. So that was one thing. And that measure 7, that F sharp chord, I wanted something that was a little juicier there, So I wanted, those are the 2 challenges. Finding something a little more interesting there, not just the same old, but not just weird for the sake of being weird. I wanted something that still functioned, because we go from that to the B major. So it's really a 5 of 5 to 5 and back to 1. So it's functioning, but I think it just is a little juicier than what we might usually find.
I love that. I love all those insights into your thought process of putting it together. And I think that the more students and teachers can understand how these pieces were constructed, the better they can connect with them and hopefully give a better performance too. Keith Snell, thank you so much for joining me today and talking about your book. Keith Snell's book is 3 Sonatinas. It is available from awesome music retailers near you. Thank you, Keith.
You're welcome. Thank you, Sam.